Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Samba World, and today we're here to talk about Samba as a job. So, Samba as a job. The first thing you might think is, what do you mean? Samba as a job, it might be that you teach, like I do, everywhere, or it might be that you sell Samba shows. This episode focuses basically on every variation. It focuses a bit on the ethics of a community that has the same passion. So, Samba, as you know, is an art form. And I always like to stress that because it's important that the world starts valuing us, Sambistas, artists, dancers, for what we really are. We have as much cultural claim to the world as the most traditional ballet company in Russia. You know, we are very, very strong, very unique, very exotic. So when we work, we have to be clever and we have to stick together. And this, people, is not happening. Now, this is a very complicated topic because I know that many Brazilians leave Brazil to go abroad and start selling Samba shows, but because they are Brazilian, they think that they already know everything that there is to know about Samba. So, oh, don't worry, I can put on a bikini and do some animation, shake my ass over here, shake my ass over there, you know, shimmy a little bit, and I'll get paid. Well, that might happen because the market doesn't know what is good and what is not. But do you really want to be known for that? For delivering something acceptable? Or do you want to be known for being exceptionally good? So the first thing is, if you want to be successful in any job in your life, the first thing you need to do, aside from having the passion which you do, is invest. This is difficult, but you have to invest on yourself. You need to take courses, you need to take classes to improve. And if you are a dancer and you sell shows, you need to invest on good costumes. There is no point performing in bad, poor, broken costumes. This just degrades your image and degrades the image of everyone else who works with Samba. It's very important to be professional to yourself and to others. You know, if you're meeting a client, a potential client who wants to have a show, have your makeup on, have your image. Same in your classes, you know, have a presence. Lead the way, lead your students to where you want them to go. So the idea is we all have to sell a good product. We all have to do a good job. Just like any job in the world, you can either just do your job or do your job with excellence and be known for being good. So it's very important that whether you teach or you perform, you know what you're doing, you invest, and you try to get better. When I am o gato de salto, either for the YouTube channel or when I'm just at an event or teaching, I try to, you know, have a bit of makeup on, do my signature, you know, eyeliner, the high heels. Even if I don't feel like doing it, it's very important to be consistent and to invest in your looks and your image, because your image is going to help you sell further shows, teach further classes, and it's going to awaken the interest of further people. Look who's here! Basti, say hi. Now I've got fur all over my suit. Let's talk about vulgarity. People, it is important that the entire world knows that Samba is art and value Samba as art. Let's move away from vulgarity. Leave moves that are too vulgar away. Everything that it can relate to, objectify you or sexualize you, think twice before putting that into your show, into your performance, into your image. Now, I recently released a video with 3 Samba steps or moves that I consider to be either outdated or vulgar. Make sure you check that out. These moves are in 90% of the shows that I see all around the world through social media. Now, this can't happen, people. We can't allow ourselves to do that to the thing that we love the most, to Samba. Now that we covered the quality standards, let's talk about price and pricing. Now, I don't know where you are in the world, but there's one thing that is common everywhere. For some strange reason, our society is accustomed to think that everything that is expensive has a better quality. You know, I used to think like that. I have a fetish for luxury goods. You know, I love bags and accessories. And even as a kid and a teenager, I always dreamt about buying my first Louis Vuitton. Go ahead, laugh. It is funny. But hey, I always wanted it, and why not? It's something that it's beautiful and make me feel better, so why not, you know? But I had this idea that, you know, it was very high quality. So when I finally got to buy my first luxury item, within a few months of intense use, and I mean taking care, because I'm very careful with my things, but just by using them regularly, they would still show signs of wear off. Things that I never thought would happen because it's Louis Vuitton and because it was so expensive. And then it was like, oh my gosh, you know, I've been thinking this is so expensive, this is LV, so it's going to last forever. That's not how it works. The point is, if you sell your shows and charge enough for your classes, it will be more credible that what you do is good, that the quality of your product is also good. For some reason, that's how our modern society thinks. Now, I don't know where you are, but I live in Vienna, Austria, and the shows here can be paid anywhere between 50, 80 to 130, 150, 180 euro for a show, and even more. Now, I know many people who rather go for the 80, 50, 100. People, why? Why would you do this? Why would you do this to yourself? Why would you do this to the community? This is called price dumping. You know, when you dump your price so low that people will just buy you or just book you because you're cheap. Is that what you want? To be known because you're cheap? Go ahead, darling, do it. I prefer to be known for being good. And everything that is good also has a certain price. Oh, but I'm not so good, so I can't charge as much as you charge. What? Well then, invest, go get some lessons, get yourself a nice costume, train hard in front of the mirror, practice, and then you will be good enough and sell your product as you should. So that's a very important message. Be nice to the community, be nice to the international Samba community, you know, keep the standards high, keep the prices high, don't do any dumping, and we are all gonna be happy. There's enough space for everyone. I think if we summarize everything as stay professional, invest in yourself, your knowledge, your skills and your costumes, be nice to the international Samba community, don't do any dumping, and respect and value what you're trying to sell, there is no way you're not gonna be successful. I know this is a very serious topic. I don't want to make anyone feel bad or offend anyone or bring anyone down. I just think it's important that we are all on the same page. And nowadays, thanks to the internet, thanks to this here, thanks to YouTube, we can all communicate. And I understand the need of getting money because, you know, it's a job for many. But also be selective about where you dance, what type of shows you do, and who you dance for. Think of yourself as an artist, not as someone who is just serving something. If it's a very vulgar, sensual, sexual context, do a show more modestly covered, be very elegant and be sexy in your elegance, charge very high, you know, so people start valuing and don't associate us with things that they shouldn't. And also, let your own principles flow into your business. If you think that, you know, dancers who don't know what they're doing in pretty costumes are awful, then you should definitely not offer that. You have the responsibility of knowing what you're doing, have beautiful costumes and delivering the job. So I know this was a very serious video. I hope I didn't bore you to death. I just thought that we really needed this, you know, talk here. This prep talk. We need it because I'm seeing things around that I just cannot believe. So please value yourself, respect yourself as business people, you know, and remember, we are all on the same boat. If someone starts making holes in the bow, we are going to go down together. And I don't feel like going down because I'm having a very nice time. So serious people, just be professional, okay? Thank you so much for watching. If you liked my tips today and my videos, make sure you leave your thumbs up and subscribe so you know that there's another video on the way to you. Okay? See you next time. Say goodbye, Basti. Bye, people.